Oh, I still see a spinning wheel. Oh, there you go. I think
live.
we're live, and it says we have been live for the past 1 minute and nearly 30 seconds, which is news to any of us, to be honest with you. All right, people tuning in, you might be looking at this going, where is Danny? Danny, unfortunately, had a bit of an emergency that he had, nothing serious, but he had to cry off. So it is myself stepping in for Danny, and joining me are two of the usual Monday night suspects. We have Bishop Len is with us there, and also Connacht's finest, James Grennan. James, is that a new Connacht top? Is that a new design one?
No, it's a very old Connacht top, actually. It's,
sorry.
It's from 2015-16 season. I think you remember that one. When we won the
no, that's I can't remember last week. I know exactly. I know what you're talking about. I know the point you're getting at. I know. Okay. All right, very good, gentlemen. Are we well?
Doing by any chance? No.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, Bishop Len, please. Enough, Cunis. Are we well in ourselves? Are we well in our
fucking Brosnan? To give him fucking orders. Come on.
Yeah. You look for Brosnan on TV when you get me. Okay.
yeah.
Are you as well in yourselves, gents, as I always
couldn't be better. Living the dream.
Excellent. I just see Bevan coming in there, one of Connacht's finest. Hey, hello, guys.
Hi,
Bevan. Well, Bevan, how the hell are you? Always good to have you with us. Now, all the Irish provinces were in action last weekend. The first round of the URC kicked off, gentlemen. A few surprise. No, sorry, I'll rephrase that. One surprise result for an awful lot of people. For an awful lot of people who Len, please, no, come on. I'm hurting. I'll just hide that there. Just put my hand over there. But no, for people looking at the fixtures prior to this game, who kind of knew their rugby and know what it's like, the first game on the list, Stormers versus Leinster, was not a complete shock to an awful lot of people who were looking at the team sheets and looking at the Stormers team sheets, looking at the prep, looking at the amount of players missing. Never an excuse. It's only 15 players against 15 on the day, or 23 against 23, whatever way you want to put. So, gentlemen, Bishop Len, I'll ask you first. See, I'd like to go that way, and you're to my left or right or whatever it is on the screen. I can't see. Come here.
Sorry, in here somewhere, Peter.
There is. I was just going to ask you: have you fired your interior decorator yet? That's
no. I've actually promoted them.
That's just shocking wallpaper you have on there behind you. Jesus Christ!
There you go.
Yeah, wouldn't wipe my arse with it. Anyway, Bishop Len.
You're staying there for the rest of the season.
That's what I like to hear. Come back. Stormers 35, Leinster 0. Now, this is for both of you, gentlemen. I was aware of part of this. Leinster's 35-0 defeat to the Stormers was their third heaviest loss in URC history, and the first time they failed to score in the competition since September 2008. You were right, Len, when Munster won in the RDS 18-0. There you are. Thanks, Len. You're finishing me sentences. Just if you let me get the question in. Go on, then. What did you think of Stormers versus Leinster? Go ahead.
Well, in fairness, first off, yourself and Matt called it.
Yes, we did.
Last Thursday night. You both said it'd be a Stormers win, which you were right. I don't think anybody expected the manner of the window, in all fairness. The 35-0.
True.
Look, I see some months our Leinster supporters are giving out about Leo already again.
Yeah, you'll always get that.
They're unhappy. I don't know. Look, fuck it. I think it's a bit unfair. I mean, you can't be winning games without a Geordie Barrett and an RG Snyman in your matchday squad. You know what I mean? Let's be realistic here. They need those. I think what's going to happen here now is I think there has to be drastic measures. I hear a few maybe will lift the cap on NIQs. Let's get 5 or 6 marquee signings, save their season.
Was there a joke?
No reaction there at all. No?
Was there a joke? You're a shit stirrer, there's no doubt about it.
Was there a joke in there?
No, there's not a joke. I'm just looking for a reaction.
Hold on a second. Munster are fucking cheeky now to talk about NIQs.
Hey, listen.
Go on.
It's just
Yeah,
the nature of the
go on.
beast. If we get
Dougie
a fucking
Howlett.
leg, we're
Dougie
going to
Howlett.
use it.
Jesus. How long have
Oh,
we
look,
got?
listen. Look, we'll be honest about it here, right? I
Go on.
didn't see the game, but I read the reviews.
But you're commenting on it.
Oh, absolutely. I couldn't comment on the performance, but I can comment on the outcome. I saw, well, look, one that struck me was Slimani got a 2. Now, for fuck's sake, lads, you get a 2 just for talking out. And apparently he was just walking. You saw the game. How bad was he? Was he that bad?
No, I'll be honest. Look, as I always am with Leinster, and the supporters, some of the supporters got it completely wrong in their criticism. The scrum was a disaster. I said it at the time. The front rows, I don't know what the hell they were doing. Whether they got the timing wrong, whether they were driving wrong, whether the Stormers front row were just too good. Our scrum was just too good. It would appear on viewing that it was, but Slimani didn't have his best performance. No, he didn't.
Well, was it too warranted? Like you can't like when you see some of these ratings, yeah, you take something with a pinch of salt. But I don't actually remember. It's a while now since I see a player getting a 2. And like
what publication gave them the 2? That might kind of sway my answer.
Rugby Pass.
Okay,
which
well,
are usually fairly. I mean, they go through in fairly fine detail before they give the ratings. You know, they do weigh up all the stats. Like
underneath, okay, Len, underneath the 2 score, what was the explanation for whoever wrote that article? I doubt very much it was Patrick McCarry, who we've had on, who writes for Rugby Pass.
No,
what was the explanation for it?
It wasn't an article. It was just the player breakdowns. He went through all the stats of the game. And he just said he was ineffective in the scrum. He gave away too many scrum penalties. But he said in the manner of the game, he was literally just strolling around in between the rucks. There was no intensity to him. It was just you could not be bothered, basically. As I said, I didn't see the game. You did. I can't comment on the performance. But just looking at the reviews, like it didn't.
It's not, Len, I'll be honest, he's not too far from the truth.
Right.
Whoever said that, I'll be straight up and honest with you. And I'd say that about any player, be it Leinster, Munster, whoever the hell it was.
Look, you'd be the first critique, but I don't think we'll be Leinster are going to be pressing the panic button just yet. You know what I mean? Come the end of the season, they're going to be thereabouts. The only thing is, so are the South African teams. They've just got more and more competitive since they've entered the URC. So it helps when we can go down there and take points off them. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, yeah. But then again, you see, when you I agree. When you've 13, or Len, pay attention, please. When you've 13 or 15 players off your first team playing for top level for the Lions, you're going to have a little bit of a blip, in the URC first round.
Yeah, but
you had won, didn't you? You had won, yeah. Okay, moving on swiftly.
Hang on now. They weren't a team full of debutants either. I mean,
no, they weren't, but a few of them were.
Well, no, there was a few. Yeah, well, you just look. I'm not knocking them, but I just say nobody saw that coming, and like that seemed like the scores for them. Like they're up against the Bulls next week, and the Bulls are going to smell blood.
That might be a similar result.
I think. Well, I don't think it'll be nil, but they'll have their work cut out. With the person.
No, I think you're right, Len. I don't think it'll be nil because the Bulls' defense is not really up to much on previous viewings. Anyway, sorry. Before I come to you, James. Thanks, Len. Good bit of to and fro there between the two of us. I like that. Bev Anne-Marie Burke.
Just before we leave, just on who was missing on the Leinster squad. There was Sasha Feinberg was also missing from the Stormer squad.
Yeah, a player. Well done.
No.
One player. No.
That was the one I highlighted.
You just said one. You just said one player.
There was more than one player missing from that Stormer squad. that are down there playing with South Africa.
Well, I just go and get the popcorn, lads, and I just sit here and enjoy
I
it.
just
all right, here. All right, Len, enough. Jesus Christ, I'm fucking Michael. We get on with this. Bev Anne Marie Burke, thanks, Len. Dig the knife in, then. Yeah.
It sure did.
I wouldn't dream of it, Peter.
I would expect no less. Gregor Galway, same with every other province, Ulster too. Okay, thanks, Gregor. Okay, James Grennan, waiting patiently there while the two of us have a go. What did you think of that?
Well, I thought that 10 minutes and 19 seconds were highly entertaining from the two of you.
Come here. Do you know what it
reminded? The popcorn.
Do you know what it reminded me of, James? Remember myself and Mike Reedy were having a 20-second bash at each other over Leinster's performance, and Mike wasn't impressed with it, and we were having a go at it. Anyway, that's what it kind of reminded me. It's great stuff. It's great stuff.
Yeah. So anyway, I saw the highlights of that game, and from what I saw, I called it, by the way, Len. I called it as well last week that it was going to be a Leinster win. I said it was a B team going down, which it was pretty much a B team going down. But I didn't see 35-0 coming. I thought it'd be a couple of points in it, and I thought Leinster would put up a better showing. But from what I saw of the game, I thought they were very, very unlucky. There was a few things I picked out. What you call him? Your starting 10, Mr. Prendergast tried a little kick over the top. There was a Stormer's hand touched the ball. The ball did not go to hand, and they scored off that. The Stormers scored off that. I think it was. I'm not sure if it was a deliberate knock on, but it was a deliberate attempt to catch the ball, or not to catch the ball, to hit the ball without catching it. Did not catch it. Was not called back, and I thought it should have been. Now, having said that, then the Stormers were also unlucky. They had a try disallowed in the first half as well. For I think it was the number 4 in the lineout.
Obstruction, wasn't it?
Yeah, obstruction. But no, he did have his hands up and everything to say, like, I'm not trying to do anything, I'm not trying to play here, but he was pinged for it anyway. And that's the law. So he got pinged for it. So, one out rules out the other. Ross then in the second half, he tried a similar kick. Didn't go to hand either. And it was sort of typical of Leinster's performance. It just passes not going to hand. A few things like that. Was that game at altitude?
No.
Yeah, I was trying to think, well, what's the excuse here? Because they looked very lackluster. They looked very dead on their feet, very fucking heavy, leaden footed. They didn't seem to have any go forward, any get up and go to them at all from what I could see. But again, I didn't see the whole game, but I just saw those snippets, and they looked very fucking lead footed altogether and didn't seem to have any energy. But still 35-0 was a bit of a shocker. I saw a few people chiming in saying, look at this, Leinster bottom of the table, da. Yeah, look, it's a fucking blip. I don't think they'll be caught that badly next week. I don't think they will. I think it'll be a much closer game. And as you say, the Lions defense will be a little bit more porous. So I do expect them to score, but I'm not sure that they're going to win that one, and they probably come back from South Africa with probably no points.
Yeah, that would not surprise me, James, and I cannot disagree with anything you've just said there, along with some of the points that.
Well, in fairness to them, your first two games, the opening games of the season, when most teams are going to be a little bit rusty.
You're right, Gregor. Bulls, not Lions.
For your first two, ain't ideal for any team. But just that's the nature of the beast now with the South African teams in the URC. I
suppose you could say, Len and James, that, well, look, and I'd say it as well as a Leinster fan. It's good to get these out of the way.
Gone, yeah, they're gone.
Gone and good luck. As opposed to mid-season, if you're middle or top third of the table and you have to go to South Africa, and then you might lose points
and you're dependent on those points. Yeah.
Exactly. That might be a difference.
You have a lot of time to catch up right now after the first game of the season.
Yeah.
Not so much.
I see Gregor chiming in there, and he's right. It's Bulls. I meant to say Bulls, not Lions.
Yeah.
Thanks for the correction, Gregor.
No,
The other
knew what you
thing, Leinster will now know what they have to do for the rest of the season after if they come away from this with no points from the trip. They'll know what they have to do, whereas other teams will have to face the South African teams later on in the season.
Yeah, that's the point I was making. Yeah, it would not surprise me, James, if Leinster came away with no points. John Healy, hi John, how are you? Good to have you with us. Hi lads, like I said in the group the other night, we had enough experience to score something.
Absolutely,
we did, but then they had a pretty good defence going on as well. Bev Anne Marie, I like this. We can savor the moment of Leinster being the bottom for 1 week at least, but they will be full strength soon. Bev, well, hopefully. Hopefully. Well, you see, hopefully all the bloody 4 Irish provinces traditionally have done well in the URC. Like, it would not have been uncommon to have all 4 provinces coming into the final rounds of the URC, all of them in the top 5, 6, 7 teams, certainly top 8 anyway. It's how often have we seen all 4 provinces win? On URC weekend, it's normally 3 out of 4, 4 out of 4, that sort of thing. So I'm not panicking and people screaming for Leo's head. Understand?
I did say that. Like, I mean,
I know, but I just
press the panic button after.
No, I just say, look,
South Africa.
If you're screaming for Leo's head, understand the game, folks. Don't be making fools of yourself online about that. Bev Anne Marie, Connacht for gold. Yes, okay, Bev Anne. Yes, we know. Okay.
Maybe
thank you very much.
Counterpart, though, is what he should be looking for.
Say that again. To which what? The what?
I said maybe it's not Leo, but his counterpart, Mr. Nian Arbor.
So we've said that. We were all surprised that he stayed. We said that.
Apparently, it suits his sleep patterns, according to an interview that he done. Yeah. So.
Because he said if he went back to South Africa, he wouldn't see his family for 6 months.
Yeah, and he gets much more rest now. It suits his sleep pattern. So I'm delighted for him. Hope it works out for Leinster.
You're delighted he's getting.
No, I'm not delighted. I think because, and I've said this before on the record, is the vast majority of the Irish team is made up from Leinster players. Yeah. And his influence on how Leinster play has an influence on how Ireland plays. So, no, I'm not happy to see him there. I would have been quite happy to see him head back down to the other end of the world.
It would appear a few people would agree with you then on that. Okay, yep. The second game, James Grennan, the second game, we take the games in a row as always, as it happened. Ulster at home to Dragons. Ulster dominating at 40. Well, they dominated in parts 42-21. James, any thoughts on that particular game?
The Mike Lowry show. He was outstanding. I have to say he would fit into any team, and he's just a little fucking lightning bolt. The steps he did, the offloads. Jesus Christ, it was unbelievable. And this little red scrum cap on him now, he kind of reminds me of the South African fucking Cheslin Colby. He looked very like him at the weekend there when he was playing, and the steps he was taking. Stockdale did well, a few good support lines. I felt unlucky that the offloads he gave weren't caught. There could have been 2 more tries there for Ulster. I thought Ulster looked very sharp, really, really good. Now, the opposition weren't that brilliant, and you can only play what's in front of you, but I thought they were really, really good, really, really sharp, and played some very exciting rugby, and good to see Ulster doing well, because last season was not good. It was fucking terrible. So I'm delighted to see Ulster back playing the sort of rugby that they can play, and Nathan Doak off the tee, impeccable. I think it was 5 tries they got, and he nailed all 5 conversions from some of them from the touchline. I thought he was outstanding. Haircut a bit questionable, but fucking great off the tee.
All Richie Murphy, James.
Yeah, Richie Murphy is doing some good stuff up there. as long as he doesn't start to try to bring his second son up there, and he leaves him with us in Connacht, we'll be happy enough because we are very happy with Ben.
Yeah, all right. I kind of get that from Connacht supporters, all right. Len, I don't know if you saw the game.
First and foremost on Lowry, no fullback should be wearing a scrum cap, full stop. There's absolutely no need for it.
It was cold. It was cold then. It was cold.
Keep your ears warm. That's about it. Yeah. Well, yeah, I didn't see either of the two games on Friday night. I was busy, but I did see the highlights of that, and Larry was immense. Yeah, he was excellent. And he's very reminiscent of Colby. In fairness, he was just.
Lads, we just went over yourselves comparing Larry to Colby. Whichever. The only comparison is a scrum cap. Jesus,
come on.
He was an urge. No, in fairness, he was.
Lowry always does that. He tries to step, he tries to dodge, and 9 times out of 10 he might get away with it. But the Dragons weren't great, as mentioned. You know, jeez, I could have done that myself. You know.
Look, in fairness, they scored 3 tries in 8 minutes.
Yeah, they did.
You know, I'll give him that. But
sorry, Peter, I'm jumping ahead a bit here. I'm looking at some of the comments coming in, and Gregor has one there. Sexton has added to the attack absolutely, and he's missed in Connacht. So lucky for you, Gregor. Unlucky for us. But he's definitely bringing something to the party. All right there.
Yeah, Gregor and Bevan are having a bit of an old crack. Gregor Galway. Oh, here's from another one from Gregor. How good did Ward look? Is that the certain player scored? Oh, that's the Ulster game. Sorry, Johnson. See, you're jumping ahead, James, and you're distracting me.
Sorry, I am. Yeah,
right. But I saw the highlights of the game. They went down to try after something like 12 seconds. Now, you yourself, Peter, have asked the question many times. Are Ulster, and sorry, James, but Peter's also, I didn't, but Peter's asked the question, are Ulster and Connacht only 40-minute teams? Reading the reviews, they had their moments that maybe some of the supporters weren't happy with. But I think overall, 6 tries, 42-21, regardless of the opposition. As James said, you know, there were some good performances out there. And look, it'd be great to see all 4 provinces being competitive this season. It would just be, and it'd be also.
Len, don't move. Go back to where you are. But your head was just in the right location there. You have the antlers right out either side of your head.
Hey, there you go. Brilliant. I like it. Well spotted, James. Well spotted. Sorry, go on, then.
But it'd be nice to see Richie Murphy doing well up there. You know what I mean? And like an Irish coach, just, you know, succeeding. And look, he does need a chance. He just needed fucking a bit of time to bed in and stamp what he wants to do with that team. So look, a good start. And they had that your man he debuted for them, your man Jarno Augustus, Northampton number 8. So he got on the pitch for them as well. So he's a pretty decent player. And you need a bit of heft there as well. So yeah, look, well done to Ulster.
In terms of that first try, that was just poxy.
That happens, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think it was it 11 seconds or something like that? It's
12 seconds.
Either 11, the fastest or the second fastest try ever scored. But it was just poxy off the
kick. Just didn't deal with the restart.
Yeah.
No,
just didn't.
No.
Yeah, but this is the things that are leaving the teams down. It's just this fucking switching off for these brain farts.
It was like James, your fella when he was playing for Ireland on the wing, and where the kickoff against France, Mac Hansen. Remember the kickoff against France?
Yeah.
And Mac Hansen, the French were just who's catching this, and Mac just straight in, and that was it.
Slotted in between two, grabbed the ball and over for the try.
Yeah.
He hoofed it forward and he got a kind bounce and he was straight in under the post. Well,
there you go. Sure, look at it happens at every level, test level, club level. You know, it happens. Okay,
sometimes
gentlemen,
it goes your way, sometimes it doesn't.
Of course, yeah. Now the third game, Len, seeing as this is your team, Scarlet's of the third. We're taking these in the row that they're happening. Scarlet's 21, Munster 34.
How long have you got?
We've another
now, 30 seconds. Sorry, Bill.
Before you blame me for slagging Munster, you saw the post I put up in the group how well Munster played.
You did.
There you go. No, so go on.
Of course you did. Yeah. I know. Look, delighted. Good performance. The only team in the URC in the first round to win on the road, which was nice. We're the only away team that actually won in this round. Yeah, look, it started off well. About 10, 12 minutes, Casey fucking broke off a maul, went over, nice try. I thought our back three were flying, actually. Haley was... it was actually funny because in the Irish Rugby Banter group, David Sheedy, who wouldn't be a fan of Mike Haley, actually just his exact words were, Haley's flying, the fucker. Right? And with that was about, I don't know, the 42nd minute or whatever it was. I can't remember. Maybe it was the hour mark, and the ball came in that Haley didn't deal with. He didn't get down to cover the thing, and over for the try for Scarlets, which was a soft one to give away. But no, in all, I thought we forced the game just a little bit. Right from the off, we were trying to go wide. And you like that old saying, you earned the right to go wide. I think we tried to force it. There was one pass there from Casey, kind of a looping pass that was just primed for interception. And it was just a tiny bit high. Maybe he judged it perfectly. And it had the height out to the wing to Daly. But it could have gone wrong.
Is that a genuine criticism you're having of that performance? Casey threw a loopy pass. No. I'm so disappointed.
I am capable of criticizing the team that I support, right? But
I know you're banging on about giving out some try they let in. I'm just going.
The last try. The last try, that was just fucking shite. That was off the base of the ruck. There was a pass off the base of the ruck, and it was I think it was Paddy Fourfox Patterson that actually threw it. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know. Any watching it on Premier, the picture quality was atrocious, absolutely atrocious. Yeah, you tend not to watch the Munster games anyway. Yeah, but look,
I saw this one for Christ's sake.
An intercept and Plumtree went over for a try that never should have. You shouldn't have given it to them. It was poor. It was poor. Look, at the end of the day, it made no material difference to the scoreline. They didn't get a bonus, to lose a bonus point or anything out of it. But look, first game of the season, again, most teams are rusty. It was just one of the points that in a tighter game, it could have made a difference. And but yeah, look, overall, I was quite happy. Dan Kelly and Nankerville, I thought first time out.
But Nankerville got man of the match, didn't he?
Nankerville got man of the match, but Kelly was excellent as well. He got a try as well. But the two boys just seem to have, they swear that they've been playing together for a couple of seasons. Casey was a live wire all over the pitch. Another chap that Dave Sheedy for some reason can't stand. But as I said, back three Pacey, Haley. Yeah, it was good. Look, it was good. It was a good result. I was on the road, 5 points in the bag. Well, there's just a few little things. As I said, I'm sure Macmillan is delighted. Come away. Well,
he was in the interview after the game. He was pretty happy with that performance.
Yeah. But there was things to work on. But look, either way, again, start of the season. We won't
start the season. First game, rustiness
for anybody. Yeah, good.
Yeah,
it's hard. You don't want to be down the dumps over Leinster getting hammered. You don't want to be getting excited over the other three provinces win. It's too early to judge yet. We'll wait and see how. Of course
it's absolutely okay. James Grennan, any thoughts on Munster beating Scarlets away?
Just saw the highlights of this game. Look, good lively start. Casey, as you say, was a little firecracker. Good solid workmanlike bonus point win on the road. What more can you say? Good start to the season for Munster.
Now, in fairness, in your defence, James, you would have watched the match.
Len, would you stop? Just hold on, will you? Just hold on.
James would
We
have
have
watched the match.
Paulie Boland, Matt's mum, Len. Stop.
What?
Matt's mum, who is a Munster woman. I think Munster were good. A win is a win on the road, onwards and upwards. Right, Len, please, Mum, carry on.
In James's defence, he would have watched the Munster game, except they were showing the golf. Is that right, James?
Correct. I was in the clubhouse. My good lady wife booked dinner in the Huntsman, which is just up the road from the sports ground, and we went there for an early dinner. We started at 4:00 and we were supping pints, went for dinner, and then up to the sports ground to get the Munster match, and they were showing fucking golf in the clubhouse.
Scandalous.
Absolute.
Could not get over it. And then
all right, okay.
Only for the Irish Rugby Banter Facebook page, I wouldn't have had any updates at all from the game. So thanks for that, guys. Appreciate it. Everyone that
no problem at all.
updated it.
Okay, Pauline Boland. Sorry, madam. I meant to thank you for joining us. It slipped my mind there as I was trying to read your comment being shouted over by Len, who has probably
my apologies.
A horn in his trousers about the bloody Munster result. But anyway, there we go. Now,
that Matt's mother is a Munster woman. I do like that.
I don't know how Matt feels about that now. The Munster stuff that upsets Matt no end. You know, the Munster Leinster thing going on there. But anyway, we won't go into it here. Okay, James Grennan, the final game. James Grennan, Connacht, good win for Connacht. Connacht 26, Benetton 15. Jesus, I tell you, Benetton were putting in some fairly borderline illegal hits on that game, James. What did you make of it?
First of all, evening to Pauline Boland there. Your son's a credit, yep. So good on you. The Connacht game, Benetton were not marginally illegal in a lot of things. I was roaring at the ref. I said, "Take control of the game. Take control of the game, ref." Shouting it. He lost control of that game from the get-go. There was some terrible late tackles, late hits. Byron Ralston was almost knocked out. A leading elbow to the face, not even looked at. But Connacht were slow to take him off. There was 2 more plays before he got taken off, and he was staggering going off the field. So I don't know what the fuck went on there. Why they didn't take him off immediately for HIA, but to me that should have been a red card. Couple of other there was 3 cards in the game, 2 for Benetton, 1 for Connacht, but there should have been 5 or 6. Yes. The 5 or 6 should have been the others. 1 for Connacht is fair enough, but the other 5 or 6 should have been for Benetton. It was shocking.
I thought it was unbelievable. Unbelievable, James.
But having said that, Connacht's attack looked sharp. Benetton's defence was pretty good. We still got a bonus point win. But the most pleasing thing of the whole lot, the most pleasing aspect of it, was the Connacht defence was vastly improved on last season. Vastly improved. Now, they did let in a late try. Yeah, fine. That was the end of the game. The game was won at that stage. But a huge improvement, and I'm as giddy as a schoolgirl for this season with Stuart Lancaster in charge. I swear to God, guys, you cannot understand how excited I am for this season and how happy I am. And that was a great start. Bonus point win. Not perfect performance, by far from it.
No.
A lot to work on. First game of the season, you're going to get that. But bonus point. And at home, and a great crowd. What's our Nordic commentators? What's the guy what's his name? The commentator for the matches. You know the guy who's Neil. What's his name? Yeah, for his favorite. He used his favorite expression. I was wondering how long it would take him to use it. It took him 11 minutes into the Ulster game to use the word riposte. His favorite. Waiting for an Ulster riposte. He used that.
What's McNeely or?
Yeah.
But, I do know where you're going.
But he was commentating on the Connacht game as well, and I just rewatched the highlights of it. because to be honest, I was half cut at the match after having the early start, just to refresh my memory. And he said there was 4,500 at in the grounds, but when the try-saving tackle went in the corner, I think it was Cathal Ford that pulled your man into touch. There's 4,500 in the crowd, but it feels like there's 12,500 here, he said, because the crowd are baying for the TMO, and we got our way. I was one of the leading voices shouting there. My wife was mortified beside me, so she was. She wasn't.
I mean, your wife.
Telling jokes?
Your wife should expect that from you, James. I'm sure she's accompanied you to several games over the years. Indeed, yeah, so I wouldn't say that's a shock. Your joy with Stuart Lancaster, James. Len, are you as giddy as whatever James described it as? I forget now.
As a schoolgirl, no, I haven't translated.
No, but with Macmillan, with Macmillan, your new head coach.
Yeah, I'm thrilled because I think it's probably the best signing as a head coach we could have actually made. Right, he's a fantastic track record. You see what he's done with the Chiefs.
Yeah,
and I said this before as well. No offense to Leamy, Prendergast, any of the backroom team, but I do think he should have been left. It's very unusual for a club when they're trying to recruit, like club stroke IRFU, trying to recruit a new head coach, that they give the existing coaches contracts beforehand. Look, I don't want to get into it. There's a lot of politics.
What are you trying to say? About you have a little stain. You have a little white stain in your jacket. Is there a bird flying around in there or something? There's a white stain on the front
stain on my jacket.
Yeah.
What's white stain on my jacket?
See it there. Look. See it there. There. Look.
That's fucking there. Padraig Harrington logo. You dipshit.
Oh, get away with that, will you? Jesus Christ. Cheap old Timu stuff. Now, let me just see here. Mike Sheedy.
But no, sorry, go back to your... Oh, yeah, go on, get the comments.
A few comments to get out of the way before we let Len finish his bloody rant. Jesus Christ, you'd be a nightmare as a witness in a court of law.
You asked me a question, you didn't let me finish my answer. Go on.
Go on, carry on.
You want me to finish the answer? Do you want to take
come on, I'll go. Christ's sake, finish it. Yeah, come on.
Am I happy with Macmillan? Yes, I'm delighted with Macmillan. And
brilliant, thanks for that. Okay, Mike Sheedy, round one. Let's go, Mike Sheedy. I want to go on. Mike, round one, Munster's players did great work, job done. Thanks, Mike. Bev Ann Marie talking about the Connacht game. I think we all agree with you, Bev Ann, and this discipline was ridiculous. Benetton got away with murder. Absolutely. Correct. Couldn't agree more with you, Bev. You're quite right. Bev Ann, again, I agree, James. It was amazing to see there was a magical feeling in the Connacht game. Come here. Sorry, was the stadium open? Was the new stadium open? Sorry, I missed that.
No, that's going to be open either the 26th or the 29th of January for the Leinster game.
Oh, I see, right. Okay.
Yeah, it'll be open for that. That's the target date.
Okay. Okay. Good stuff. It should be, because Leinster always draw a crowd, when you're playing against Bev Ann Marie again. Cathal Ford is definitely a contender for Ireland. He's a utility player who can play out half, inside and outside centre and full back, and probably could play wing as well. And his kicks are brilliant. James, would you agree with what Bev Ann just said there? And even Len, you know him.
Yeah. And I was great. I was delighted to see Jack Carty was on the field at 10, but I was delighted to see it was Cathal Ford taking the kicks, and he nailed them. Look, I like Jack Carty and everything, but we all know what he's like off the tee. He's either very, very good or he's very, very average, and or very, very bad some of the times. But played well at 10. But Cathal is absolutely, he can nail the kicks. He can play 10 if you need him to inside, outside centre. And he definitely could. He has the speed to play full back if you needed him. So, I would say he'd be a good option for the Ireland squad.
Yeah, I'm never a fan of the label of utility player. But I'll explain again why. But I think I mentioned it before. Len, Cathal Ford, do you like him as a player?
It's funny now because my memory is shocking. I can watch the game. You can ask me about it 10 minutes later, and I won't remember the score. I have a couple of notes.
Do you know where you are, Len? Do you know where you are at the moment?
He was back there a second ago. Now he's there.
Look at how, yeah,
I'm home. I'm in heaven. I actually have in front of me here Cottle Ford, excellent off the tee. Now, Carter came in. Ione went off. Actually, James, I thought Ione was back to his back on form before he had to be taken off. Did you?
He was very, very good. Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely excellent. And the line break he made and the offload for the try, exceptional. Top class. Absolutely top class.
He took a while to bed in. I know.
Yeah.
He didn't seem to settle all that much in his first season, and
there was talk of him leaving as well at the end of last season.
Yeah.
And I'm delighted he stayed. Absolutely delighted.
He's an excellent player, but I suppose they have to be happy in their private life as well, and things go well for him. But yeah, it was great to see him. Like he had a hell of a lot of intent there when he was on the pitch before he had to be taken off. And as you said, Carty came on, and he is a great player, but he does. Look, I have to agree with you. He blows hot and cold, and especially
he's a confidence player.
He is.
It is.
And you know what shattered his confidence, James? That bloody World Cup game when he came on the second half against when Ireland were playing Japan.
Very good point, Peter. Yeah,
he couldn't get a bloody kick out of hand right, and I think that was the beginning of his dip. And I don't think he's quite really recovered from that, James. To be honest with you,
it's all in his head because he has the skills, he has the talent, and it's all in his head. That's the only thing that stops him.
Yeah. But you could say that about a multitude of things in life, James.
True.
That's why we have sports psychologists and all these things.
Correct.
Actually, it's funny, Peter. You're spot on. I knew it was an international game, but for the life of me, I couldn't remember which one. And Japan, thanks.
No worries.
But I did remember that. Yeah, he just fucking hell, nothing went right on the day. Look, I had to say fair play to Connacht. James mentioned it. I know it's a bugbear of yours, Peter, with Ulster and Connacht. But yeah, the defence was... We know Connacht can score tries. It's what they leave in the other end. Defensively, they were excellent. Apart from, as you said, James, that last try, Garbisi, it was a bit like the one that Plumtree got against Munster. They shouldn't have got it, right? It was just... It was just the defence switching off.
Yeah.
But
again, to Connacht, it made no material difference to the result on the day. But you don't like to see.
No, you don't like to see it. But you know what I did notice, though, Len and James, in not so much Leinster, but I will say Connacht and Munster, and to a certain extent, I probably include Ulster in that. The fitness levels seem to have risen somewhat, I think, particularly in Munster. I say the same about Connacht as well, and Ulster as well. They just seem to have a bit of an extra spark. Now, if that's a result of new coaches coming in with Connacht and Munster, and Richie Murphy, finally finding his feet after 2 or 3rd season, I think, in charge or whatever it is. Leinster, I think, have stagnated. Particularly, look, it's only the first game, as we've said. There's going to be rustiness, but I did notice, particularly at Munster, the fitness levels seem to be upped. I don't know if you noticed that, but certainly I noticed.
Off the charts.
Yes,
the pace, even our front row, you know what I mean. Getting to the breakdown, Governor, it was off the charts. But we've heard the players talking about, they're doing. He has them running up and down hills. He has them boxing, rowing. Actual boxing, right? Look, I think, you asked me, was I happy with Macmillan? These kind of fucking things, you need a guy that'll come in and take charge. I think he is one of these consummate head coaches. I've read a lot of stuff about what he's done at the Chiefs, and the supporters love him, the players love him. You know what I mean? So when a guy moves from there, and they were devastated to actually lose them when he heard he was going to Munster. So. That instills you.
It speaks volumes. It speaks volumes. I do. No, I agree with you. Yes, I do. Hold on. Sorry,
a lot of coaches, and you kind of go, well, sure, he's moving on. Take for instance, Johan van Graan, Erasmus. They couldn't win.
No, let's not go back into history. And you know something?
Okay.
You would be the worst person to take cocaine or heroin because there would be just no shutting you up. For Jesus' sake, would you shut up?
Just
Now,
look,
I'm talking
well,
about.
I'm just going to say,
Peter,
James, before I take it
sorry.
off the screen, Pauline
Yeah, go
Boland, thank you, lads, for your kind comments. Come on, Munster. Thank you, Pauline, for joining us.
Just on talking about coaches moving on. There was a nice touch from the stadium announcer in at the Connacht game. We call him Sloppy. He's my young fella's coach, but he's James Heaslip. He came on the PA and he said, "Can we have we have a man returning here to Connacht who didn't get the send off that he deserved. So can we give a nice Connacht round of applause to Pete Wilkins, he's with the Benetton. He's with the Benetton setup. So that was lovely. It was really nice, and he got a good long warm round of applause from everyone, which was lovely to see.
Oh, that's great. That's great to see. Absolutely, yes.
You were still happy with the win over him, though.
Danny Brosnan, our colleague Danny, who was normally where I am, but unfortunately got pulled away tonight. James, your wife is more so because of your dad jokes.
I didn't tell Danny on the night, Danny.
Let me see. Oh, Bevan is back in here with another one. Bevan, looking at the preseason videos from Connacht, you were actually in one of them, James. Were you this year, or was that last year? Last season.
Last season. I didn't get to any of the preseasons this year. I think Bevan did, though.
Oh yeah, okay. So looking at the preseason videos from Connacht, they have been worked harder than before, and it paid off. They did intense training for a week, but that's Stuart Lancaster. That's his effect because
I was at one of the preseason training sessions. All right, yeah, but not in one of the games.
All right, okay. But the Leinster players used to hate. I think it was Stuart's Tough Tuesday or something, or Tough Thursday when he ran them ragged or something like that. They were, a lot of them said, Jesus Christ, you'd fear that because of the fitness that he expected. Yeah. So anyway, the Connacht players.
Yeah, but didn't it stand to them? It stood to
them. It did, yeah. Stuart Lancaster, he's one of these coaches. He is top class, but he's been occasionally badly treated by some of the clubs he's gone to and international countries he's been with. I don't know why he hasn't been treated with the respect he deserves as a coach. Yeah, well, he will.
To be quite honest with you, before we got Macmillan, like Lancaster was on the market, and I think a lot of most Munster supporters would have been quite happy to take Lancaster as well. You know,
I don't know, but would he have gone to Munster after Leinster?
He wouldn't. But if you had a wish list before Macmillan appeared in the window, I think.
Absolutely.
He's an excellent coach. I know. He's as you said, he's had his career. I don't know what it is. Like as you said, he hasn't been treated all that well, which certainly at an international level.
No.
Go back. I know you don't like these history lessons, but go back to where Leo was.
I'm surprised you can fucking remember them. Look on by your memory.
Yeah, this is it. You see, I have fucking. You know what I'm fucker. Don't ever say that in my presence. I can't remember yesterday, but I remember every word you uttered, and I'll hold it to you.
Go on. You've 60 seconds left on this point. Go on. Otherwise, you'll be here all day.
Look at where Leinster were under Leo before they recruited Lancaster, and the difference he made in Leinster.
Brilliant. Okay. No, I agree with you. I know what I'm not trying to sound smart. I know exactly, Len. I know the point you're making. I know. Okay, so we've a weekend full of games. Sorry, before we move off this, we have to mention the Women's Rugby World Cup final. Canada, unfortunately, getting the silver medal. They went down 13 points without a bit of a fight, but they were just outclassed. England 33, Canada 13. England, I think this is their third Rugby World Cup title. I think I could be wrong on that. Our colleague Claire Devaney was over at it. I don't think she told anyone she was going, but I could be wrong on that.
Probably not. Wouldn't we like her?
Yeah, wouldn't like her to be remiss of when she is traveling. She normally keeps it to herself. But anyway,
the Ellie Kilduff show.
That's it. Go on, James. We won't stay too long on it because we've more games. Go on.
Just call congrats to England. The Red Roses are fantastic, but Ellie Kilduff is just world class. And what she did during that game, she just took it by the scruff of the neck and broke the Canadian spirit. She was outstanding. So for me, she would have been player of the match. I don't know, did she get player of the match? But she deserved it.
I can't remember. I did watch the game, but I can't remember who got player of the match.
Yeah,
That'll be PC here. Okay, Len, did you see the women's rugby World Cup final?
Well, I did up to a certain point, and then it was time to change over for the Munster game. Not even a World Cup final gets in the way of a Munster game. Sorry, apologies. It was brilliant. No, so I saw most of it. Yeah, absolutely, James. Ellie Kildun, she's something else.
She's amazing. She's world.
Her first try was basically another no such thing as really as an individual try.
It was as much as though.
As much as just step to just on that one of the things I forgot to mention on the Munster game.
Oh,
sorry,
gosh, Jesus Christ.
No. God. Hey, listen, there's people out there. There is a couple of Munster fans that watch this show. Brian Gleeson was absolutely excellent that Munster game, and we saw what he can do with under 20. That guy is going to appear in a senior green shirt. He had a break.
Fantastic. Well, when he does, then we'll have a chat about it. Okay. All right. Okay. Moving on. Moving on. Then. No, we'll be here till. Shut up, Jesus.
You have 9 minutes left, Pete.
I know. Yeah, I can see that. Well, 8.5 now.
Fuck it, Danny, come back, will you?
Now, we will go. Len, now's your chance to. Actually, no, I'm not going to ask you the first one. James Grennan. The games coming up this weekend, we will take them in order that they are happening. We have Ulster are away to Edinburgh, James. Any thoughts on that? Are Ulster going to continue their upward trajectory, or will Edinburgh put a stop to it?
I haven't seen any of Edinburgh this in round one. I didn't see any of their games. I don't know how they got on. So
Zebre beat them. They were beaten by Zebre.
They were beaten by Zebre.
Well, I'm definitely going for an Ulster win on that one.
All right. Okay. Your team, James, I presume you're going to it. Connacht are entertaining the Welsh side, the Scarlets.
The Scarlets, yeah, and I'd be fairly confident in that one as well. That we'll have a BP win in that one.
Okay.
A 2:00 kickoff. That's an early game on Saturday. Be an awful excuse for day drinking again. Jesus.
Yeah, good man. Love it. Okay. Bulls are playing Leinster, James. Leinster continue their South African odyssey.
Yeah, the best thing I can say is I hope Leinster score this weekend.
So do I. Jesus Christ Almighty! If they score a try, I'll be running up and down the street. Yay, we scored! Yay!
We'll be celebrating if they score. Yeah,
we do. Will indeed. Okay. Yeah, I tend to. I can't. As you said earlier on the show, James, I can't see Leinster coming away from South Africa with a losing bonus point, maybe. But that'll be it. Okay, and James, Munster are entertaining the other Welsh side, Cardiff.
Cannot only see a Munster win there. Couldn't possibly see Cardiff doing any damage there.
Okay, I tend to agree. Okay. Well, I mentioned that I think it's the last round, James, of the Rugby Championship. Australia playing New Zealand and Argentina are entertaining South Africa. Any thoughts on those two games?
It'll be New Zealand and Argentina winning those, I think.
Argentina at home, they tend to impress when they're at home, don't they?
Yeah. And
all right.
Yeah, I think the South African team going over isn't going to be full strength.
No, probably not. Sure, that's in Twickenham, isn't it? It is actually. I think it's in Twickenham.
I think it's in Twickenham. Go over for that.
Yeah.
No, because we would be our livers will be coming back in body bags separate to ourselves on separate flights. Okay, Len, to you, final voice on the show. Comes with 4 minutes left. Edinburgh entertaining Ulster. Ulster travelling.
Yeah. Look, they got beat by Zebre. Which are another team now that are starting to take scalps. They took ours last year, which I wasn't happy with. I think Ulster are going to do this. And it will be a tight game. I reckon Edinburgh will be hurting every loss.
Do you score in it, Len, or?
Yeah, I think about the scores all.
All right. Okay. Connacht at home to the Scarlets, Len.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Connacht.
By much BP win, as James is hoping?
No, I don't. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think. Look, maybe like their attack. Scarlets are actually, yeah. Go on. Yeah, I'll go for a bonus.
Well, whenever you're ready, like, eating and drinking, like, whenever you want to answer, like, it's all right with us,
I don't like to rush my decisions, Peter.
No, well, that's
I have to consider them. I don't like these off the cuff, remarks.
Yeah, okay,
fair enough. This.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, like you did your decoration. Okay. The Bulls are entertaining Leinster. Len, would you agree with myself and James that this is going to be a bit of a tough ask for Leinster to come away with anything?
Yeah,
really.
I don't think they're going to win. I'll be honest with you. It's more or less the same personnel that went down there, unless they're going to jet.
And I think Tommy O'Brien is unavailable, and there's someone else.
I saw that.
Who's the other player I saw? A key player, I can't remember who it was. Now, Tommy O'Brien is one of them. I can't remember who the other one was. Two players, maybe someone might put into the comments.
Tommy O'Brien was probably one of the best players going by the ratings. Tommy O'Brien was one of the best players.
He was.
In the last
he's always good. He's one of those players. He's Osborne. Osborne. Thank you, Gregor. Osborne. All right.
Look, I can't really see anything other than excuse me, a Bulls win. But
all right, brilliant. Okay.
Go on.
Munster versus.
If you don't want me
I'm going out. I don't. You just never shut up.
Lads, I tell you what, lads. The next time I'm on with the two of you, I'm just going to get a big fucking thing of popcorn here. I'm going to just sit here.
It makes it interesting. It's entertaining. It's showmanship. It's all that. Len, the final team. Len, I don't know if you're going to it. Munster are at home to Cardiff.
First game in Thomond. Yeah, look, this is not going to be a walk in the park. Cardiff are a decent fucking team. And we've had our issues with them before. It'll be a Munster win, hopefully. But it won't be a walk in the park. It'll be a tight game.
Okay, so would it be 7 to 10 points win, Len, or more? Or,
hopefully.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Okay. Any thoughts, Len, before we end? On I think it is the final round of the Rugby Championship. Australia versus New Zealand and Argentina versus South Africa. Argentina at home, Australia at home. Sorry,
I'm going to go for New Zealand and I'm going to go for Argentina.
Right, the South Africa Argentina game is in Twickenham. Sorry, I'm right. Gregor, I think just
saw that.
I saw that. Yeah. All right. Okay.
So no home advantage there.
No. All right. Okay. All right, gentlemen.
The only thing that could put a fly in the ointment for Argentina there is the time difference. South Africa won't have to deal with the jet lag, whereas Argentina will.
Yeah, that's very true. Actually, that's very true. Good point, James. Okay, gentlemen, that is all we have time for. Our collective thanks are to all of you for watching and for all your comments and your contributions. It is very much appreciated. And also my thanks are to my fellow colleagues and my guests. You know exactly who they are. You see them on a frequent basis on your screen here. Danny Brosnan should be back with you next week, next Monday. I will see you all this coming Thursday. If you watch the show on YouTube, just hit the subscribe button. You'll get notified when we're live. It doesn't cost you anything. We're also in the Ruck This page, and also later when Matt gets around to it, it'll be on Spotify. As I said, I'll see you on Thursday, where our special guest will be the ex-Leinster, Lansdowne, Wales, Ospreys, I can't even remember, Dragons. Mike Ruddock will be joining us for a chat, so tune in then. In the meantime, folks, take care of yourself and enjoy the rest of your evening, and thanks all. Good luck.
Cheers, lads.
Good night all.
Night all.